Welcome to Anil Nair classes YouTube channel. From past few days, after the CAT notification is out, a lot of my enrolled students and the students who subscribe to my YouTube channel and regularly follow me for CAT workshops have been asking me to make a video on scores versus percentiles. Scores versus percentiles based on CAT 2019. This is an extremely important session for a student to understand at what score the percentile could be based on point of reference as CAT 2019 and how much a student should get a score to cross 95 plus percentile, where you might expect one IIM call from a general category that will be from new baby IIMs. In case if you are from a reservation category, 80 plus percentile would definitely fetch you one call. These for a reservation category and these for an baby IIMs. Now today in this session we are going to discuss in detail about scores versus percentile and amazing statistical evidence to probably guide you with a better preparation strategies. Now let us get into the CAT 2019 score versus percentile. Now if you see it, as you know, CAT 2019 examination, three sections are there: section 1, section 2 and section 3. Section 1 is verbal ability 34, section 2 is LRDI 32, section 3 is quantitative aptitude, which is 34 questions. These LRDI and these verbal ability. So total 100 questions are there. Each question right answer 3, wrong -1. So total 300 marks are there. Out of 300 marks, now if you see it, these are the total 300 marks. Any student who got an overall score of 158, I made these scores right and the percentiles coming to the nearest integer value, so that it will be more or less it is 99.2, 99.3. I truncated it to the nearest integer. That means if a student gets 158 marks out of 300 marks, he is very much sure on the top 1 percentile. Extremely important. Now if you see this chart, till almost 60 percentile, the score and the mark percentiles are almost close. If you do not attempt the paper 0, 0, 0, you will get a 0 percentile. 10 percentile, 10 marks. These are all the marks. 20 percentile, 20 marks. 30 percentile, 30 marks. 40 percentile, 40 marks. 50 percentile, 50 marks. Till 60 percentile and the marks are more or less close to each other. The actual game starts from 80 plus percentile. 80 plus percentile. To get an 80 percentile, in case if any viewer is watching the video and you are from a reservation category, right, 80 percentile will fetch you a one IIM call with 77 marks. 77 marks in CAT 2019 has given us percentile close to 80 plus percentile. In case if you are from a general category, you should aspire to be in this range, 95 plus percentile range. 95 plus percentile range, 120 marks will give you 95 plus percentile. As you know, CAT 2019, there is a sectional cutoff and there is an overall cutoff. In verbal, 48 marks, DI and LR 42 marks, and quant it is 45 marks. Generally DI and LR is a very time consuming and very complex DI sets were present in CAT 2019, so the marks just went down by 3 to 6 marks. 95 plus percentile. In case if you plan to do MBA in baby IIMs, your target as per CAT 2019, assuming the paper of difficulty in CAT 2020 is same as CAT 2019, you should aspire to get 40% of the total marks. 40% of the total 300, it is 120 marks. So each and every section you should cross, divided into 3. So you should cross minimum 40 and above marks to ensure that you are there in the range of 95 plus percentile. In case if you wanted to study in the Blackie, right, all the 6 old IIMs, you should target anywhere from 98 plus percentile. So 95 plus percentile will give you at least one IIM call in case if you are from a general category. 80 percentile will give you at least one IIM call if you are from a reservation category. Old IIMs in case if you are very much interested in doing MBA only from old IIMs, you should get 158 marks. 158 marks. Make a note of it, take a screenshot of this. Very important statistics for you to prepare. Till 60 percentile, it is almost 60 marks. The actual game starts from 80 to 99 percentile. This is where your investment of studying every day, attempting mocks and analyzing mocks is of extreme importance. Now let us go 100 feet down the analysis. Now if you see how many right attempts will give you which percentile, another very important slide for you. Now if you see it, total verbal ability 34 questions are there. In case if you get 22 right, all 22 questions are right, 100% accuracy. In the next slide, I will talk about accuracy versus attempts. If you get 22 right, you are almost there in the range of 99 percentile. In case if you get 98 percentile, your number of right attempts, net right attempts is close to 20. In case if you are at an 80 percentile range, almost it is 33. If you attempt 1/3 of the paper, and get all of them right, you will get 80 percentile range, net 80 percentile range. To get an overall 80 plus percentile range with an overall net right attempts of 26, you should attempt 11, 8 and 8. So this clearly talks about the number of net right attempts. How many one should attempt to get into the top 1 percentile, top 5 percentile and an 80 percentile? Probably from 0 to 60. This is of extremely low significance to me, because most of you are preparing for MBA, are planning to do an MBA from a good business school. It is not the degree that is important to you. It is the environment where you are doing 2 years MBA. It is the people around you. It is the pedigree of the college. It is the placement assistants that will help you. It is the history of the college. Everything matters to you. So for me, 0 to 60 is of extremely low significance. For you to attempt close to about 53 attempts, you should get 99 plus percentile. 53 attempts, 3 hour time each section, 1 hour time in one section. Verbal ability 22, no switching of the section. After the first section is over, you cannot go back to the first section. Extremely important statistics, please make a note of it. Now let us get into an accuracy versus attempts. Probably you will not be able to attempt all the questions right, so we will see accuracy versus percentile. 34 questions are there. 34 questions are there in verbal ability. Suppose you attempt the questions with 70% accuracy. 70% of total 34 questions. 34 questions you attempted and you got close to 24 questions right. 24 questions right. So 70% you got it right and 30% you got it wrong. Still you will land up in 99 plus percentile. So if you see here, this is an extremely important slide for you to understand. In a 34 questions paper, you can attempt all 34 questions with 70% accuracy to get 99 plus percentile. Suppose, or otherwise what you can do is, you can attempt 70% to get 98 plus percentile. 33 questions you can attempt. So based on percentiles, the number of attempts versus accuracy is clearly shown in the paper. For you to get an overall 99 plus percentile, if you attempt 72 questions with 80 percentage accuracy, 72 questions with 80 percentage accuracy, you are almost in the 99 plus percentile range. So these are the attempts versus percentile with accuracy. Suppose in case if you are aiming for a 95 plus percentile, 27 attempts with 70 percentage accuracy. In DI and LR, 19 attempts with 80 percentage accuracy, or in Quant 20 attempts with 18 percentage accuracy. I hope it is clear. Sorry, what I said is little reverse. I'll repeat it again. Out of 34 questions, if you attempt 80 percentage of the questions right, you are almost there in the 99 percentile range. In case if you attempt with 34 questions with 80 percentage accuracy and you get 26 right, you are at the 98 percentile range. I hope it is extremely clear for you. Again I am repeating, 70 percentage accuracy of the total questions, right, with percentiles, it is clearly mentioned here. 80 percentage accuracy of the total questions. These are the questions that you should attempt. That means very, very important key point for you to note is, for you to get, for me this is very, very important. For me, if it is verbal, I will aim to get 66 marks. 66 marks. Right answer 3, wrong -1. That means I will try to get 22 right. 22 right with 100 percentage accuracy. With 100 percentage accuracy. Or probably what I will do is, I will attempt more questions. 28 questions I will attempt with 90 percentage accuracy. 28 into 25 right and 3 wrong. That will anyway make you close to 99 plus percentile. You should get 66 marks in verbal. You should get DI and LR. You should get 54 marks. 54 marks is 18 right, assuming it is 100 percentage accuracy. Quantity is 63 marks. 63 marks it is 21 right. That means that also clearly shows in a 1 hour time, 22 right you should get if it is VARC. In the next section, DI and LR, you should get 18 right, which will result in 54 marks. It is in 1 hour. For you to get 63 percentile, 21 right, you should get it. 1 hour, 22 right. 22 right. Either you increase the number of attempts, but do not compromise on accuracy. Every section for you to clear the cutoff, ensure that you are always there at an 80 percentage accuracy. 80 percentage accuracy. Attempting 90 percentage of the total questions to be on the safer side. 90 percentage of the total questions with 80 percentage accuracy, you are almost into the second round of this interview. Remember, you are not expected to get all right to get 100 percentile. A healthy 66 marks, which is 22 right. That means you can ignore safely 12 questions and spend more time on 22. Even if you spend about close to 2.5 to 2.9 minutes and get all of them right, you are almost at a 99 plus percentile. These thumb rule, don't forget it. Every section, 90 percentage of the questions attempt with 80 percentage accuracy, so that you are there at the top 1 percentile. In case if your number of attempts and accuracy are not growing, if your number of attempts are not growing, it could be because you are not familiar with a lot of concepts, or you are good in concepts but you are not practicing it. or your selection of questions is not in the right direction. Selection of questions is not in the right direction. To learn concepts, probably you can join a course. For you to practice, ample amount of test series is there, you can go for it. Selection of questions, you will come to know which question to attempt, which question to ignore only after attempting the mocks. But selection of questions and practicing all will happen only if you are good in concepts. If you are not good in concepts, if you do not know the optimal ways of solving a question, if probably you are going with a linear approach, that is a traditional model of solving a question for every question, then probably you are moving in the wrong direction. I hope it is clear. Again, I will show you the slide so that you can take a screenshot. This is important to me. This 95 plus percentile is important to me. 80 plus percentile in case if you are from a reservation category. I hope these score versus percentile is clear to you, and the attempts versus percentile, it is also clear to you. Accuracy versus percentile. So third slide talks about the accuracy versus percentile. Second slide talks about the score versus percentile. Right number of attempts versus percentile. First talks about the in general score versus the percentile. I hope it is clear. In case if you are enjoying my videos and you are struggling in concepts, you can go for the CAT 2020 special course that is there for you, where you will get access close to 4,500 videos access you will get, with close to about 700 plus hours of content and 750 plus tests for you to practice, coupled with 700 plus ebooks. And some days I also will take live classes, where you will also get access to live classes as well as pre-recorded classes. In case if you are not getting good scores in marks, or in case if you want to learn, you can go for the CAT 2020 special course. You can always WhatsApp our official number 80500-67891 to know more about the program details. Very soon I will also be covering few CAT workshops. Watch it, learn it. You please see some of the videos and you will understand why so many students will buy my CAT course, because Quant and LRDI, all the classes will be taken by me. The most comprehensive CAT course that you have ever seen. You can also buy placement or a bank or an SSC, any of the aptitude examination courses also. In case if you are interested, you can always WhatsApp this number and buy the course. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Like the video. In case if this data is helpful to you, share the video with your friends who are preparing for CAT examination. Thanks a lot once again. With love, Anil Nair.